They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Being chased out left. Now he's going to let it go deep, and that's caught inside the 35.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And that's off the mark, incomplete. The coverage that time excellent by Nevin Lawson. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. That's caught left side by Jake Butt. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a good job there, creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Shotgun now for Carr. Over the middle here to Brown. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, it spins again. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Carr going to throw. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 45-yard line. From the gun, it's Carr. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game. including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have the center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Throwing on first down is Carr. And this is caught by Martavis Bryant. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And a nice gain at 21 yards. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, you know, how are you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be third down at about the length of the football. Here we go. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. They'll run for it with Martin, and he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They'll give it to him up the middle, and now running right through it. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Ready to go now in the 2nd quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. Third down and goal. This Denver defense trying to hold up for one more play. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Gun! 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 Gun!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. And caught by Sanders. Touchdown Broncos. Emmanuel Sanders, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Broncos are in for 6. And this one through the uprights and good. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's never a bad idea to try and get it to Antonio Brown, but it must be a little bit of the Madden curse going on for our cover athlete here. Hasn't been able to get that elite separation that we're used to seeing from him.
Carr. And he comes back with one complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The tight end, Luke Wilson, was the target. And that'll bring up second down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined. But sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Man open left side is Brown. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. On first down, Carr. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll make it second down. Again, it's Carr. Flushed out right. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. The Raiders on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And they'll go on the ground. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Carr going to go on 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this.
Get down, get down. 180. Go, Chief.
And they'll run it here. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Down. 180. 808. Push it.
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. Stepping up. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's...
And this will be caught at the 30. A huge play there for Denver, and even 40 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Gone! Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. On play action, they'll throw. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And McManus able to put it through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
So out come the Raiders. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
9 seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10.
Down! 180! You're mine.
Carr now on 1st down. He's going deep for Brown. That's caught inside the 20. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. A 33-yarder from the left hash. Carlson able to put this one through. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Carr now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And the pass complete to Ryan Graham. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
And Derek Carr just keeps improving. He can be dangerous not just inside the pocket, but as we see here, outside of it as well.
Kid born in California, played his high school ball in Texas, had quarterback written all over him. They go play action here on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Back to the air on second down. It's Carr. That is incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Carr now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10.
Get down, get down. No waiting. 24.
Carr to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On first down, Carr finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Got a man over the middle, it's Williams. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Derek Wolfe able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that'll bring up 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He made his first attempt, this from 45. The kick by Carlson is good, and that's going to tie us at 13. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
This is taken at the 3. And an alley to run. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. Devontae Booker, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Broncos have broken the tie. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
So now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's airing it out for Williams. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
White Monday. Now, you waiting? It's a hot.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. Steps away to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Carr now to throw. Flush to his right. Throw right side, complete to Williams. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Go Chief.
Now Carr. Flushed out right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, try to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And he locates Luke Wilson. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. From midfield, here's Carr. And this will be incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. It's caught at the 10. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. A big play that time for the Raiders. 42 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. This is Richard. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So on the big tight end, hold it.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Throwing now is Carr. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Lucky 56.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that's the first NFL catch for Cortland Sutton. And out across midfield down to the 45. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now they'll give it to the first option. That's their fullback. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering whether they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Gone!
He'll look to throw. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display. And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, it looked like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a bit. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. Von Miller in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. Carr to throw on 2nd down. And an alley to run. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Watch him now, Barney.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And all the way home for a Bronco score. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This one fielded at the 5. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch.
And the Broncos get there and take him down.
And there's another sack for Bradley Chubb, and that's exactly why they drafted him. But don't discount his ability to play the run. This is a big, strong young man who understands offensive schemes, how they try to block, and he'll stand stout against the running game as well as continuing to get after the passer.
And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. They fake the handoff. Now Carr out to his left. He's going to let it fly. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know, in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
It's complete to Grant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. On 1st down, Carr dancing to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
See, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Carr will try it again on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
On 3rd down, Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Adam Gotsis in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Carr, got to have this one. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Broncos are close to finishing off this football game. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10. And on the ground they go with a running back. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Almost unstoppable on the ground there as that one is good for 39. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Right back to him on 1st down. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Broncos, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.